With computer audio. Boom, 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 boom. Good morning, everyone. This is getting started. I've shared it in my groups on my Facebook. Getting my art area set up. Let me get in through here. No, that's not it. I just go like this. No, I gotta get somewhere else. Go through here. Sherman loading. And the second camera is on. There we go. Should be able to give people a little bit of a picture what I'm painting today. One of the things I do with my visualization meditation is I always have a little bit of music in the background. It's from deep study tracks on Spotify. I also like my K2 creates Spotify mix, but that's not one I usually use for meditation practices. That's usually just for painting and the creative process as I go. Let's see. So, of course, with my meditation practice with the chakra energies, I have the 10 colors. I start with black. Black is a neutral state. I then use red, which is grounding, and black is pull-ups, red is sit-ups. Then I go to orange, and orange is the exercise for orange is right planking, R, orange, right side planking. The left side is yellow planking. Then I use the green color visual for the physical exercise. The green is push-ups. Then
this is a good practice.
Blue, the physical exercise for the chakra blue. Blue chakra is your throat chakra, so the physical corresponding exercise has to have a sound. So I use horse stance from martial arts, which is a standing position where you're breathing deep into your diaphragm, and as you exhale, you're making a sound. So I visualize myself doing that exercise and making the sound. Then next color in the order I do my chakras is purple. That's your third eye chakra. That's your insight, your connection to intuition and divine powers and insights. So my exercise for purple is actually jump rope, because jumping brings up your energy, the visual of having an energetic rope spinning around you is like having a bubble that brings in the things around you that you don't see, that you can positively influence, and then you be a conduit for the positivity and a converter of negativity. Then, next color in my list, I do a pink chakra for healing energy. And I do my pink chakra before my white and clear chakra so that your healing energy comes from within. Because our body has innate abilities to heal itself within on a regular basis. We know this, we see it happen all the time. So my physical exercise for pink is jumping. And that's because in Michelangelo's Venn diagram, it really shows that jumping jacks activate all your meridians, all your pressure points, and actually physically boost your energy on regular. If you sync up your breathing practices with your exercises in the right way, you can maximize weight loss with minimum effective doses of exercise. 5 minutes of exercise with the correct breath work synchronized will turn into a visualization practice that you can practice too, that will essentially be the exercise when you can't exercise and have the same effects. And because of that explanation, I take my next one, my white color chakra. And the white color in my visualization practice for chakras is your crown and just top of your head, and it's a connection to source energy from above. But I use my white as a meditative state. And because this practice has multiple facets, I take the visualization of all the physical exercises, and I can visually, mentally, in the white energy body, picture myself meditating. And in my visualization, the meditator is astral projection wise working with his energy body bubbles to create energy rings that he puts around himself to spin around to create centrifugal force to absorb abundance and positivity. And if you know anything about physics, centrifugal force and spinning action, anything that tries to come in at the wrong angle, negativity, gets repelled. So the meditator is always a visual of all the colors spinning, but also in their own bubbles, the exercise is physically being done at the same time, all contained within the clear container that is the last color. The last color is clear. And the reason it's clear is water, air, unseen magnetic forces, frequencies, vibrations, insight from God, the universe, and your higher power. If you understand that your higher power, I'll mute that for a second, your higher power is in actuality always present, always supporting, abundantly available, and it doesn't matter whether you believe or not. It's like breathing. You don't have to concentrate on breathing for it to support you. If you focus too hard or work too hard in relationship to spirituality or exercise, you create physical burnout on your body. If you just focus and keep disciplined with breathing, that which is unseen supports you at all times. So today's practice is breath work. And the way I'm doing my breath work is that I include the visualization process of each chakra and each color twice in the shower to start my mornings. I physically I'm in the shower under hot water. I visualize myself spinning in that energy body, doing that exercise as I physically spin in the shower and lock in the black ring, the red ring, each of the color rings as I go from black up to clear. When I hit clear, and this is where it becomes absolutely important to control and discipline your breathing. Do not breathe through your mouth. Inhale deeply through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And the reason is because the minute you get your clear circle locked in place visually and temperature wise with the hot water, I then switch to the coldest water in the shower. You control your breath and your heart rate doesn't jump. You focus on the breathing in and out, and cold water doesn't affect you as much. Now you are locking in the cold color, the inhaling breaths of energy and support as you're spinning these physical colors into the rings that your meditator throughout the day is picturing spinning around you. If you focus on your breathing, it's a direct connection to source energy at all times. It's faith. It's a matter of knowing that no matter what, you're supported. Doesn't matter if you feel bad that day. It doesn't matter if you're happy, sad, always there. Always here to support you. Abundance, growth. Without the mindset that you have a infinite ability to directly communicate with your higher power, you will not have faith and belief and strength to carry past the struggles. And the struggles are you being in the neutral state, the black color, the dirt of life. You are the seed, the idea. Everything in existence now came from a thought, an energetic frequency within one of our minds that manifested into 10,000 times or more to make this thing happen, i.e., Edison and the light bulb. It's a never give up mentality where at the end of the day, when you keep going, fail thousands of times, it only takes one yes to get where you're going next. Fail often, fail publicly. Have no fear. Fear is an acronym. False evidence appearing real. It's the voice of knowledge, the great liar telling you you aren't enough and you can't. Listen to the liar, do not believe them. They have great ideas sometimes, insights, things that you can use, but always be a critical thinker. Truth will resonate in your heart, not in your mind. The mind is deceptive. The heart is your connection to your physical being and everything around you. Your vibration will know when something is right or wrong. Your mind will try to trick you into thinking that the enemies in front of you are correct, and you will give up. Video game logic, when you're going in a direction where more enemies appear, that's the direction where the treasure is hidden. If you go where there are no enemies, there's nothing to win in that direction. So with the breathing, I start with the black color. I visualize myself physically doing pull-ups. And the reason that I sync the breathing practice with hot and cold colors for everything at this point is because of the duality of all nature. Positive energy, negative energy. The infinity loop of all reality, which is all that time is not linear. Everything is and isn't all at once. The idea that if God is the omnipresence, all being, all everything, then we are a part of that at the same time. And we're just a aspect that isn't truly aware of its presence within. You know, in other words, a divine expression of God. We are the living children. And if we embrace and believe that God is always here to support us, we can do anything we put our mind to. A mustard seed worth of faith, belief, strength, control of the idea, the discipline of the thing that is creating can move mountains. 10,000 tries that never give up. Breathe in deep with the black. Cold air supporting you. Abundance. A slowing energy. And then the exhale of all the negativity, the poorness, the unproductive air that you've used up, which when you exhale on the color, because you're getting rid of the black and the heat, that moment creates a faster spinning in your visual for the colors. And with the breath work on the colors, I do transitionals. I don't just go from black to red and do the breathing all the way. So on the next inhale, you're visualizing a black red in and out. On the next inhale, you transition to full red. And when I do the inhales, I actually physically can picture myself zipping along and fast forward doing the exercise. So in my red energy body, when I get to the full color, I see myself doing 10 or 20 of the sit-ups on the inhale. And on the exhale, because cold air is slower, on the exhale, I double that and see me going faster. It creates the momentum. Then you transition from red, orange on the inhale, red, orange on the exhale, orange, orange, deeply inhaled, visualizing yourself right planking. And it depends on the type of right planking you're doing. If you start off full length planking, you might not have your form correctly. Your practices need to focus on the body form and breathing, not just speed. You literally can do every exercise less than a minute. And with resistance bands and or strength training, it's at the point in that minute where you can't do the next one. That's where you stop. And you make a note of that. So orange, orange on the exhale, spinning the colors in the meditative state faster. Orange, yellow on the inhale. Orange yellow on the exhale. Yellow yellow. Inhale, left side planking. With the planking, I don't necessarily see a bunch of movement because it's actually strength training on your core. It's a connection to your base. It's a control of your gut area, which when you understand microreals and the connection of positive food sources versus modified food sources, and the difference between people who energetically align with whole foods versus junk foods, you can start to see real paradigms here. Inhale yellow green, exhale yellow green. And because all of this is energy work at the same time, occasionally I feel the currents around me and I'll just move my hands to push the color off to the side or feel it energetically put into a different space. Exhale, yellow, green. Big inhale, green, green. Exhale, green, green. And that's a bunch of push-ups. And green is your heart chakra, your love, abundance, connection to nature because of the color green. Every one of the colors, I can visualize each exercise. And when I see the colors, I can correspondingly see, imagine, and see myself doing the exercises without having to physically do them. Because I've done them in the past and put the time and effort into making the practice exponentially grow with each thing. Inhale, green, blue. Exhale, green, blue. I'm looking at 10:22. Time-wise, I still got a bit. Inhale, blue, blue. Exhale, blue, blue. And now, because, well, blue, blue, I'm going to actually put a little bit of blue on my page today. Because, like I said, it's visualization with painting. I actually have to put some color in there. I don't necessarily need a lot of thought, but I also use the idea of the clear chakra, energies, vibrations, air, water, all the things that support life and creation as a seated connection to higher power in the physical body and the physical world. Spiritually, as the meditator sits there, he ends up with that connection because of physical body and because working with energies becomes a spiritual practice in and of itself, because you can't work with energies unless you have source connection. Divine gifts, they're called for a reason. The universe grants us access to the things we need when and where we need it and supports us in the most unique and amazing and abundant ways. So we inhale blue purple, we exhale blue purple, and now I got some purple. And unfortunately, I totally dropped and duffed my paintbrush into the white colors and green. So I'm gonna, as part of that, and just because my practice involves painting, I just kind of add the colors where I have to. To purple, purple. Insight, source energy, higher connection to mental powers, accessing more than the 10% of our brain, because when we do, we tap into higher human abilities, speed reading, seeing energies, knowing when to speak a thing and when not, dream traveling, lucid dreaming, astral projection, all things connected to insight, intuition, and a vibration of knowing before knowing. The Thundercats said it best: sight beyond sight, hearing beyond hearing, clairvoyance, audio transmission, physical understandings of that moment when you shouldn't take that next step onto this thing. You step back and it falls. Did you know it was going to happen? Of course you did. It had already happened 10,000 times before in 1,000 realities and 2,000 different universes, a million possibilities, infinite realities, multiverse. If you can connect through all time, space, dimensions, and realities with your source, with your understandings, knowledge, past, present, future, your ability to grow becomes exponential. Inhale purple, pink, exhale purple, pink. Now we bring in the pink breathing energy. Big, big, big inhale on the pink cold energy. Raise your arms up because it's the jumping jack one. You actually increase the amount of air that you can fit in your lungs by putting your arms above your head, because it relieves pressure off the top of your lungs. And if you tighten your lower abdomen and the other chakras down from the base up, you control your diaphragm. Controlling of the diaphragm controls the breath. When you pause at the top of the inhale, imagine and feel that static energy through your body. That's your energy body speaking to you, physically telling you, I'm here. On the full exhale on pink, you hold at the bottom. Feel that physical energy body as you hold your tie and the balls of energy off to the sides. The pink energy heals everything within you. There's no doubt that we can do incredible things. Pink energy, most people mistake it. They put their pink energy above their crown chakra so that you have to have the healing come from source and not within. You need to actually get correct with your source connection and your meditation and spiritual practices prior to having faith in healing. Healing is innate physical abilities. You can see it when you end up with a cut. We heal ourselves. Yeah, sure, it takes a minute. Okay, you can visualize that going faster. You've seen people go from 400 pounds to physically fit and believing in themselves. They found the spark, the all connection in their being, and they used it as a fire to push themselves past their comfort zone, past the fear zone, past the learning zone, into the growth zone, and have jumped to the fifth zone, master learners, infinite connection to the universe, higher powers, and source, living at your highest vibration. Why live small? Pink, white, breathe in, pink, white, breathe out. All your energy is physically spinning around you in a sphere. White energy body, the meditative practices, the focus on when you physically, if you put your hands opposite each other and squeeze them and squeeze them and squeeze them as fast as you can, and then switch. And then when you put your hands together, you feel that static electricity vibrating off all of your hand chakras. That's a physical manifestation of your ability to gather your energy body between your hands. If you can visualize the colors within it, every one of those balls, you can lock and seal in place and align your chakras the way you need to, holding everything in place, working with the practice and breathing throughout the day, just looking at snow or something white will trigger the visualization process of all the colors in the meditative state in your third eye, where your energy body visualization practice sits. I have the visualization practice such that it's quite clear what's coming. The way I look at it, I can see my image crystal clear. The clearer you get your images, the more powerful a reality connection you have. One of the first steps through the practices and searching I've done is that, oh, clear, white, meditation practices, breathing. They use a visualization technique called whiteboards, where you can visualize the picture of the thing you want to come or the way things are now. And then when you switch to the one to your left, it increases the positivity, the options for learning from the negatives, and a growth mindset. All wins, no losses, only lessons and learning. When you hit a point where growth and fear no longer stop you, abundance of opportunities open in front of you. Financial, physical, health, food, wealth. So then when you go a little further with meditation practices and go from whiteboard still images to your computer screen visual that you can fast forward through and see where you're supposed to go next. Now the remote is you. You're in control of where you're going. And the third one, the most positive, outrageous, insane visual of what you could do if you were completely unstoppable. If every time you communicated with someone, they just said yes, because no's a fear-based answer. Yes is, I can figure it out. I can fail and I will still get there. And we breathe out the big white energy, and we breathe in white and clear. Got about 5 minutes left of this Zoom. Breathe in white and clear. Exhale white and clear. Preparing your meditative energy for direct insight through all time, space, dimensions, and realities, positive outcomes, and good things, bad things for growth. And you breathe in deep of the clear energy. You exhale clear energy and know that you're supported by abundance in the universe and your higher power. You take this practice and know that you've already intentionally created abundance, growth, connection to light and darkness, hot and cold. You're aligning all of the different aspects of your being vibrationally with the next so that you can get to where the next level is. Stagnation is a slow process of dying. Growth is a slow, expansive process of living every day to your fullest. That I need to put some other colors on here. Breathing meditation practice is done. I have a powerful visualization in hand for all my energies that anytime I look at my colors, I can see myself physically doing these exercises. I can energetically see my body doing these exercises. I wake up every morning, sometimes groggy, but excited, energized, and amped to see what I can accomplish that day, whether it's connecting with someone new, showing people an opportunity to find financial freedom through business or art, meditation, mindset, the growth and abundance mindset. Nothing's impossible if you believe it is. A mustard seed's worth of faith will move mountains. Half that in discipline, and you can move it yourself. Compounding the effects of every one of these practices by doing the weekly and bi-weekly meditation practices, I am building a meditation that visually will become unstoppable as I up level to a higher frequency. Just the practice of coming out and painting, I mean, getting out of your comfort zone and speaking with people. If your 5 closest friends make less than $40,000 a year, and you're the smartest one, then you need to surround yourself with smarter people. Because you're not going to get where you're going by using where you've been to get there. Evolution involves learning the next step, advertising your business, connecting with other people. I have exactly a minute left. I want to thank you for joining me on my call today. Remember, you can always go to my YouTube channel, like videos, subscribe, give me some feedback. I'm publicly here failing every 2 weeks. And once a month, I'm doing an artist talk team up, getting on special guests, other business people, artists to make stuff happen. Uh-oh. No. Uh-oh. Did I end up losing people there for a second? I might have lost people. My Wi-Fi cut out for a second. I wanted to let everybody know things are good. Connect, reach out, talk to your uplines, your friends, people who can get you where you want to go. Reach out to that billionaire that you saw on the call last night. He wants you to grow. Because I'll see everyone at the top. Because the bottom is too crowded. And with that, bam. Everything done. I don't know if anybody's left on there. The one on my computer disappeared. There we go. Here is most of the colors. I didn't put them all on there today. But when you connect to the tiers, the dirt that you're planted in has been watered. The test brings out the testimony. And your guiding light, the stars, is where growth comes from. Dirt, water, light, air. All the unseens, unknowns, and intangibles connect us all. I love you. We're all one and the same. We're an expression of the great Allspark. Infinite creation is our birthright. Have a wonderful day. Blessed, and this will be up on YouTube in probably about an hour.